two youngsters, Andrey Esipenko and Havard Haug with the black pieces. Can he do it again? That would, of course, be another huge upset. Andrey Esipenko, a big favorite in this game. And what's happening?
Yeah, it's symmetrical play so far. Both players putting their d-pawns out, fianchettoing their bishops, getting castled. This is what they call the solid system in the Fianchetto-GRÜNFELD. Not the most sexy opening title, but very solid play from Havard so far. And if he does win this game, we'll have to start calling him Mini Magnus.
Yeah.
Very impressive, that last game. But for now, he's starting in much more solid fashion as Esipenko looking a bit stylish there. And he's just trying to make this a bit more quiet, a bit more positional. I wouldn't be shocked if he just pushes his pawn forward now, keeps the tension, and we'll have a very slow maneuvering game.
What is the most sexy opening name?
The
Sicilian Dragon.
Oh.
That's like a good... Just name-wise.
The look on Maud's face when she said Sicilian Dragon. All right, well, much better already for Esipenko. Bad start to the game for young Havard.
And he's spending a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will mention that in that marathon when I played Havard, when he crushed me in the Alien Gambit, we had a rematch later in the event, and I played this exact opening against him when I had white to get my revenge, just because it's very quiet, it's very positional. Against a younger player, it's kind of anti-young player chess. I don't know if Esipenko has the same thought or whether he just plays this day in, day out, but...
Even he is yawning at his own play.
Exactly. That's how to play the young players.
And maybe Havard is like remembering now the time he lost to you, David. He lost the marathon of chess, 30 games in total.
The trauma of losing.
He's been talking for a while, and I can't remember seeing him spend this much time in an opening before, so he's clearly very unhappy.
I just received a text message from our friend Tarjei Svensson, a journalist working for chess.com, and he's writing, it's worth mentioning that Havard set the Norwegian record as nine-year-old when he beat Frode Urkedal, a Norwegian grandmaster, and became the youngest to beat a grandmaster in a rated game.
Wow.
Wow. Haven't you also had that record at some time, David?
Yeah, mine was in a blitz game when I was 8, so I don't know if... I mean, that title's been broken either way, the record, by a young player from Singapore who beat a grandmaster at an even younger age of 8 a few months earlier. But yeah, it was fun while it lasted, that record.
Some of us have never beaten a grandmaster, but it's motivating to know that a 9-year-old can do it.
In one of these Title Tuesdays, Maud, you'll get there.
My time will come.
You have to keep playing, Maud.
I definitely will.
Yeah.
I did get to play quite a few grandmasters when I was playing, or I think I played 2 or 3. So, and I don't usually get that opportunity, so that in itself was a reason to play.
And in the meantime, on this board, it's much better for white because he has won a pawn. It was the queen coming out earlier to this square, hitting a pawn in this direction, hitting a pawn in the center that bagged a bit of material there for Esipenko. Havard has some compensation in his light squared control, especially if white's light squared bishop is traded off. It would make the white king a little bit vulnerable. The black bishop has great potential if it can ever open up. So I'm not going to write him off yet, but it's a difficult position to come back from, and he'll have to fight very, very hard to find compensation for the material here. His plan is bishop takes bishop, followed by the black knight leaping into the center, and that would give him some chances. Esipenko trying to figure out a way to stop that plan.
Esipenko is, of course, also one of those players who really, really wants to score Champions Chess Tour points today in the absence of Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura. He currently has 9 Champions Chess Tour points. A win in today's Title Tuesday will give him 10 points, and he will be on 19. Not at the top, but much, much closer to the top. And he is on 3 out of 3 points. And in a good situation here against Havard in round 4.
And another long think for Havard here. He does trade off. I'm expecting the black knight to sit in the center of the board. He trades off first. Very, very surprising. He uses a queen check. He wants to win this pawn, but he might have missed that Esipenko's queen is also doing some capturing of her own here. She's going to go pawn hunting. White's still going to be a pawn up when the dust settles. It's just whether you want the queens on or off this board. I think he should keep the queens on. I think that's his best bet of staying alive in this game. There we go. He takes a pawn. Another pawn drops. And tactics time. Can black find compensation before the white queen gets even greedier on this side of the board?
Andrey Esipenko, it looks easy for him. He looks a little tired today. He's super, super chill, and he's playing fast as well. Havard is already under 2 minutes on the clock.
Big moment. He found the right move, Havard. He brought his knight into the center. His queen and knight doing some good work, and I was going to say he needed to push his pawn forward to hit the white bishop, which actually was lacking some squares. That would have given serious counterplay there. But instead of getting that counterplay, he's suffering again. The white queen's going to take this pawn, and white's a pawn is going to become very strong in the near future. It's 2 versus 1 on that flank. The knight is so strong here, controlling everything. Havard's in big, big trouble.
Yeah, and you can tell by his body language and his expressions as well that he's very aware of it. So now he's like a complete contrast from the previous game where he was kind of smiling and like nodding along. Now he's not very happy with how this game is played out, I think.
Yeah, 2 pawns down. I'm very impressed by his poker face, though. He's clearly not happy, but he's not shaking his head. He's not cursing, and he knows he's losing here. I think a very classy move would be to just push this pawn up 1 square to stop the black queen. There we go, played, to stop the black queen giving any checks, and that kills the counterplay. There's no checks that can be given to the white king. He's still trying. He's hitting this pawn now, but it shouldn't be enough. This is swindle territory. You need something a bit magical to come back from the deficit here. 2 pawns down. If the queens come off, all the rooks come off, it's game over.
After that huge win in round 3 for Havard, it's looking difficult in round 4 against Andrey Esipenko. A young talent, Havard. Another young talent playing Title Tuesday today is Faustino Oro. Actually, he's won 2 games, but also had a loss, and his game right now in round 4 is balanced. He is named the Messi of chess.
There are so many like young chess talents that you kind of like lose track of all of them, and then they kind of appear. And especially in Title Tuesday, I feel like every other player is some like amazing talent that is very young. So it's fun that they get to play against the best in the world.
It really is.
Yeah, it's just fun. Like maybe someday we'll try and figure out the average age of players in Title Tuesday, but we have players of kind of 9-10 years old. We've had, what was it, a 70-something-year-old as well?
Yeah, Papu Murthy. I will never forget his name. Papu Murthy from the US, 76 years old.
Legend. And yeah, nice to see everyone trying to take part, everyone trying to get their go against the very top players in world chess. Havard here, he's trying to desperately prevent this white pawn from promoting, but the pawns protect each other. The black queen, black rook are both tied down. This might be the killer blow. The white rook stepping behind now, helping a promotion. White's going to be a rook up when the dust settles. Havard, yeah, I think resignation would be justified here, but he's playing on. Rook takes bishop. That will result in a queen trade next. White will have an extra knight, and Esipenko wins.
He goes up to 4 out of 4. Andrey Esipenko, a big favorite in this game. Havard, he has a record of beating the big grandmaster, but this one was a loss. But still on 3 points. He can still do very, very well in game week 9. He looks the exact same look as when he beat Andreykin in